Let's see. James smoke kit. And actually, he's jiggling with that smoke right now to use it as soon as he sees any presence toward A long. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen. There is the re-smoke. It baits him into Fame, but there's no Doilies in that position. It's only the USP. And Mzinho hits a banger, a quick reaction up to his right. And James is gooshed down to 3 HP as well. Already a rough start for the CT side. And a late lurk through mid from Techno destroys Norbert.
And now we call for a pause. 5 versus 3. We're not in a rush. We don't need to rush. The onus is on VP to try and get back in towards this map as Flit starting to move. He makes his presence known, but he can't really do a lot with it. Senzu pounces, catches Electronic. That's big. And now surely feeling like this round is on the lock and key. A lot that VP and in particular Flit has to do in this one. Jamie is 1 foot in the grave.
Yeah, I mean, even if he still had that smoke, if he tried to jump on a defuse for a late ninja or something, it's just not going to happen on 3 HP. So, we're 1 round in, and VP already saving. Sorry, guys, nothing I can do about that. It's what we know for this team.
They might actually push through in towards Red Room, and in doing so, that could be awkward. Thankfully, they don't. They decide to go for the tried and tested towards A, and, well, Trav, there's no one there.
I think one of the main things as well for Mongols, which I think they've really put a lot of work into, I know they probably lose this round once out of 50 times, maybe, right? But it's these sort of rounds where they're being an extra bit careful. They're not just rushing in with a Mac-10, knowing the trades are pretty much guaranteed. They're trying to pard their way through it. They're trying to survive with all 5 players alive, make that money build up as much as possible. And that's the next step to becoming one of these elite teams that can really make a big difference at the top level. Techno's going a bit deeper for this one. He could get caught off, and he will. So a Mac-10 is lost, but it's worth hunting with that Mac-10. And now VP are going to push. They've got that smoke kit on James. A flash over the top. They're going to try and get that onto the bomb and go for a defuse. But of course, as we know, it's a very, very long shot. Blitz will find 2. 9-10 will find the others. And Flit is going to keep the Mac-10 and actually keep his Kevlar too. So there is a world in which he'll use this in the following round. And to be fair, in the end, for Mongols, he only survived with 2 players alive as 2 go down to the bomb explosion. Of course, no traces with the A1S, and maybe tried to deny a bomb plant, but didn't happen. And after that, we knew what the answer would be. And Electronic already has taken probably a maximum damage nade in mid, down to 43 health, but he's looking to still fight for Jaguar. And he tries to get 1, but it's not only damage, and it's going to have to be James. Great work to get 2. He recovers it pretty much out of nowhere into this 3 versus 3, and Senzu is low from that duel earlier on, and then Flit pops his head up from Jag. Still fighting near Shelf as well. VP being a little bit more assertive has worked out to recover this round.
I like it. Senzu Blitz. It's not impossible, but it's a very tough situation. It feels like a lot of this round has to be won off Blitz, and that's a lovely find on towards Flit. Back into the 2 versus 2. We don't even have to commit towards B. Look at the time. They've got a minute to work with. Blitz sells the ruse or a run away, but he's going to stick and see if anybody overextends. Norbert looking towards Shelf. He picks up a kit, which is good. But as he moves round, I think if he tries to catch Zenzu, he should just get dropped here by Blitz. It's brilliant. What a setup.
Wow.
Blitz is on the bomb. That's the one issue, though. He still has to cross as James. He's here waiting. Orb out. Gets his bomb dropped back and forth. Senzu met with an 80. Could be in trouble here, and he will. James plays that so well. It's a presumptuous nade to hope he's over towards ramp, but just of how low Senzu was, potentially on that chop and block if changes had to be made. But with rounds like that, that's what keeps his stock up. Oh, Electronic for 3. Senzu, Techno, and 9-10 all line up, and he mows them down the meat grinder in towards elbow. It's fantastic. And Fame, how has he got away with that? He's 14 points of HP. Not a single bullet connected by Mzinho, and Blitz dinked down to 3 points of HP. This one is done.
God, that was a speedy one. They were so focused on Fame, down to 14 HP, they just didn't think Electronic would be there fighting in mid as well. They try and push through that smoke. It does not work. Flit will take that last kill comfortably. It's Electronic who is the hero. Probably the main man that you'd want to see step up for VP alongside Flit and Fame.
I enjoy that. Get up in their face, make them feel uncomfortable, especially because the Mongols have been taking really good mid control. Good reaction. We're going for a smoke. Oh, Fame. Yeah, he messed that one up. Mzinho, who Had a bit of a tough time in that previous round with that shot on towards Fame. He gets revenge. Electronic moving forward. Nade will find him. Is the Glock as well. He's softened up by the nade. Finished by the Glock. What are we on for here? We're moving in. 9-10 should be in trouble. Does deal a bit of damage towards Flit. So 2 versus 3, which isn't impossible. They've both got guns.
Yeah, no armor though. Aim punch is going to be such a factor. And VP are taking this one carefully. They just don't want to throw this one away when they... Oh, big mistake of the nade in donut. No, James completely whiffed the molly. Yeah, I have to wait behind it. This could be such a big round to win for Mongols. VP have fumbled the bag here. Mzinho finds one more. They're so late on the walkout, and I don't think they can even get onto this defuse. James is stuck behind default. He'll be removed by Mzinho as well. VP and utility. That is a combination of nightmares for them in that round.
Oh, that is not the way we want to be losing a round. But hey, what a round to take. An eco coming through. You know, a few upgraded pistols. But you touched it. No armor. No right that we should be walking away with that sort of a round. But fantastically played from the Mongols. They just don't overfight. They play their angles perfectly. And it has to be said, it all comes down to that massive...
Utility is available. Electronic back turn has support. Of course, from James. Ashen's coming over. He'll play anti and refaces into 9-10. Electronic now has to do it all once again. And he's done so much damage to 2 more players. But Blitz has once again hit an incredible shot. But Fame has picked that back up. And Flit's here to help out as well. VP fighting back. But Mzinho is taking space toward A once again.
Good timing. Should catch Flip. Should. And does. 2 versus 2. Smoke aptly placed in towards Donut. But now he's left all alone. Bomb collected, he moves forward. That Molotov did slow down for a brief moment. Norbert, look at this. Ship's night. He just pops up through the smoke. It's a foot race back over towards B. And Norbert felt tempted to check in towards Red Room and then doesn't. Does he have the goal? He's going to try and hear for steps. I feel like he now will, yeah. See the instant reaction coming through. Mzinho, bomb plant, the youngster. Not going to tap. He's going to commit towards that plant. He's going to be out with a grenade as well. So now knows Norbert's up close. He'll cross. Looks over towards Long. He's holding angles. It's about where he spots him out. Norbert makes his presence. No! But Norbert wins out the 1 versus 1. Softens him up with an aid. Sees it off with the M4. And that is VP getting another round on the board. This is back and forth. This is close Counter-Strike.
To hit straight back is great mental fortitude.
Nade over. Senzu, full blind, gets the first, but Flip will pound to one of his own. He's support here. 9-10 might try and face through the smoke, but it's risky. Oh, and it doesn't pay off. He had the slight drop, but it just doesn't quite work out. And a double stack in towards this cubby position is unbelievably strong, but Senzu is still pouncing, picking up guns. Flip, what are we doing? And he runs out of ammo as well, just to make matters worse. Back and forth at Blitz. Left, all alone. 1 versus 2. What do we even do here? He's tagged up, and he doesn't actually know where the second guy is, and unfortunately, he's walking into his not-so-loving arms. Electronic sees him off. We're all tied square 4 apiece.
Good re-nade, and then after just purely aim duel, you would think, with this lack of utility, and that's what 9-10 tries to do. Electronic stops him immediately. Flit can right-click this nade into the cubby if there's any more damage to come, but Techno's made his way up quite a long way here. Flit needs to be wary, and he absolutely is. That's a great check. Mongols are kind of peeking one by one across this site right now because they're segregated by these smokes, and just their lack of util seems to be catching them off guard here.
It's the unfortunate thing that's costing them. It's a little bit of a lack of discipline in a sense because they're being isolated so easily by VP. Flash over, Blitz will be slowed down and Flip. He wants to activate, and I can't believe him. All the angles he's checking, and the reactionary start. That was full through the smoke, wasn't it, from James? That was just instinct, and it works. He gets that kill. I can't believe he gets that kill, and that'll be just the one consolation for Senzu. It was looking like it was, yeah, full through the smoke, but he did have a little bit of a gap to work with. Slight oversight on the Mongols going through the molly. 9-10. Oh, he works a 1, not quite the second.
Aggression from the Mongols. Last 2 rounds of the half. They want to keep this as close as possible. James missed a big shot. Now he's tagged down to 35 HP. Fame's been run down by Techno, and Mzinho can nab that AK. 4v3. Norbert has to make a hero play here through the corner of the smoke because James been removed by the HE. It's all Norbert, but it's a great clear from Techno. He had two separate angles to worry about. That big flank, we had a smoke on it. And of course, that smoke push toward the site boxes. And everything is covered at every single situation there for the Mongols. Great flank check by Blitz. And they're within one again.
Regardless, made over. 9-10. Will take a bunch of damage.
Oh.
He goes close and he goes quick and he gets both. Norbert and Flip just line up, and Flip was full blind too to make matters worse, so he couldn't even help. He couldn't even trade. I'll flash over, but Electronic forced away with the molly. 5 versus 3, and this is surely going to be Mongols tying up the game going in towards that second.
Another bit of evidence of how integral Mzinho's raise in form has been for this Mongols team. 2 incredible entries. And, you know, he's not just increasing in confidence as a player, but as a person as well. As such a, you know, a young professional, it's so huge. And that is a wonderful way to end the half. 9-10 with a triple on the AWP, holding B lane. 6 all, we're on as even, and no closer to finding our final team in playoffs.
So I go towards CT, and they come, and 9-10. Spots one crossing. They know this is going to be up a little bit of a play. And just as I say that, Flash will come through. Blitz for the first. Looking for a second. He'll deliver. What a way for the IGL to step up as 9-10 also adds to the tally. Sure, Norbert may have snuck out, but what can he actually do from this spot, especially with the bomb stuck in towards main? Norbert has to go absolutely nuclear here, and that smoke's fading, and down he goes. Last man of Flit. They know where he is. So best of luck, mate. It's a 1v5.
Peter 50 needs to hit an instant tap on 5 players, and guess who's hitting those instant taps? It's 9-10 Blitz on Mzinho. We saw a ridiculous CT pistol from Senzu.
Now back into a bit of investment. So Mzinho up close with the FAMAS. Hasn't been checked just yet. They normally look deep on the angle as well, so he might potentially get slightly overlooked, especially because it's been a cross. Yeah, Mzinho for 1, looks for 2, delivers as well, the youngster. You call to the babyface killer, and he's good for 3. Oh, wow. Mzinho, what a time to step up to shut down any A presence.
With the FAMAS as well, I mentioned how they made sure to buy up the rifles and not go for any MP9s, even though we know how powerful the MP9s can be. Blitz got through on a nice timing here, and he's going to have to play Trigger Discipline on at least maybe 2 or 3 players, but probably the most he can possibly hope for is a guaranteed 1 on Techno. Could even actually go for a knife kill for money here. It's one of those situations where I wouldn't blame him for trying it, but considering the position Techno was at, it makes sense to get the kill, confirm it.
So Flip, he will be given that AK alive. No one hunts in his exact position. There was a little bit of a look in by Senzu. He's playing up towards the boxes. Is traditionally seen as a bit of a one-and-done angle. So what can he do from this position? Mzinho going to try and play up close against Tech 9s. Can be awkward. And he only gets 1. And Blitz can't even do that.
Now, this is a worrying moment for the Mongols. If they can recover this round, they're in a great position, but it would set up VP so well on the second half to win a low investment round. Techno creeping through Temple. He's got Jame behind the boxes, and of course now he sees the trajectory of that nade. He'll know his position, so he's clearing out everything first before he tries to isolate Jame. He now knows there's been no one donut 2, but he focuses Electronic first with Electronic, got 2 with the Tech 9 on Senzu at 9-10, going super aggressive. And I think he felt like he needed to, even with the advantage. It was the right decision to make.
Probably about breaking too much, especially the fact that it isn't. It is giving VP something to work off. Hello, Electronic, full blind. Oh, and he still recovers well for the first. Can't quite get the second with Mzinho traded out, then Techno pounces. This is carnage.
Aggression in mid with the shelf push as well. Mongols do well to realize the situation and realize they need to put one more player into the play to secure an even round. Norbert hiding in that smoke. Oh, he's taken 1 bullet. That's actually something, I'm not sure that would have been heard by Senzu, and definitely not as he jumped away, but sometimes you can hear that sound cue of 1 bullet on the silencer connecting with an enemy, but Senzu's having an off game here. That's one you'd expect him to get. It's going to have to be Techno. Aggressive, finds Norbert, but no bullets in the FAMAS. It's so awkward for him, and Fame gets that kill. It's 9-10 on the big flank with the AWP. It's a very quick big flank, and they know 9-10 being the AWPer, maybe he wouldn't be the player to big flank.
Ooh.
Incendiary available, but VP have both got themselves in toward Cave, and James gives it a glance at the last second, and it's right on time.
He does have to be a little careful. Norbert, first contact, doesn't go well. Techno and Blitz come alive, one apiece. Electronic will answer back. A Molotov down on towards ramp, and a second behind it. A response Molotov from VP to stop the swing. But the numbers are in favor of the Mongols. The only difference is, though, VP have not taken really any damage. It's quite literally 1 point of damage on towards Flit, with both Blitz and Techno. They look like 1 foot in the grave.
Thing is, though, Mongols have made a really smart decision here. VP's probably only choice and most common choice is always to go back toward A. And there's a chance they don't expect Senzu and Blitz here already. But unfortunately, the plant's going to come down. They can't even use their quick rotation to great effect, I don't think. And it's an incredible transfer from Electronic. It may only be a bullet through the wall, but it's enough to put Senzu to 17 HP and give him no chance in this one, because they're not even going to be allowed to save, I don't think. Electronic's covering the angle. 9-10's down. Senzu is going to pick it up to try and fight his way out, but that bomb's going to do so much damage to him. He's going to be locked in here. Flit and Jame are going in toward Red Room. He's going to be blindsided in a matter of seconds. Great kill. USP's out. But Jame on the Tech 9 only needs 1 bullet. He should know this. The damage was so significant from earlier on. But Jame is just being a nuisance right now. He's not peeking because he knows for sure that Senzu is probably going to die to the bomb. And in the end, he finds him anyway. Everyone dies on the server. But that's an advantage for VP. Often it's a slow death when you're the opponents of VP, but there's been a number of decent pace changes and great ideas. You know, they've avoided getting caught by pistols, especially as in that round, as you saw there. Electronic has really had his moments as well, it deserves to be said. 15 kills on the board, but I can remember at least 6 that were super impactful. Techno is trying to go for something crazy, wow. And he gets the transfer on Flit as well. 9-10 will deal with Norbert in the meantime, but there are 2 kills back for VP thanks to Norbert and Fame. And with Techno walking wounded, this is not done.
Not at all. Techno, he's tucked in towards that left-hand side. Blitz, he's crossing. It's treacherous, but Fame, oh, it's laboured. Oh my, not a pretty sight at all, and looking the wrong way. Electronic, he immediately starts averting his tension over towards the short position, but he should have been kept eyes tracked on long. Now there's no more pauses in these final few rounds. Potentially Norbert Electronic, Mach 10's drive-by. Oh yes, that's what we want to see.
They've used the Mach 10s to the best of their ability there. That could not have been better. 9-10 is rotating in, but he's going to be locked behind utility pretty sharpish. Senzu has to fight, and he finds both of them in Donut. Electronic and Jame on the floor. Senzu's had such a quiet game, but if he's to show up here and now, that would be so huge for the Mongols. There is some map control here, though, for Flit. He could move towards CT. Techno needs to have his wits about him. And he did peek it correctly, but Flit had the advantageous angle. A re-smoke. 9-10 has his defuse kit. And Flit knows that there's probably one more player caught behind that. Flit and Fame, the 2 players on VP that have done so much incredible work as a duo in the history of this roster. So many incredible moments for them. 9-10 with that diffuse kit as well has to wait out that smoke. 2 players set up for it, and there's no way as the Orpi are dealing with that. Senzo knows he has to hold W, and he does find the first. Oh, he's 1 bullet from the second, and he would have been able to pick up that diffuse kit and get the round as well. So near, but yet so far. VP map point.
Oh, it is not to be. VP map point on your opponent's map pick. And Mazzinho caught Jame. Those Spidey sensors tingled and he delivered. But look at this from Blitz. Oh my god, the nerve, the gall to go for that at this sort of time in the game, and it doesn't pay off. Fame and Jame, the dynamic duo combined, but Flit will be caught.
Some signs of the VP of Ols that were just so hard to put away. They've struggled to get these tough BO3s in their favour, but this one could be a great start for them on Ancient, a map where they have not been great on recently at all. Digits punched in, and it could be the first map punched in as well.
I think you're right. Ever closer now. Jame, posted, waiting. Nothing offering up at the moment, but they're creeping their way forward. He jumps across. Second time of asking as well. Not a fight that really James himself wants to stick around for. Good damage dealt, but again, maybe just not enough. Fame for one, it's all down to one man, and it's just too much to ask for. Surely it is. What a delivery right at that tail end. Brilliant work from Virtus.pro, and they see off their opponent's map pick. It couldn't be better.
Techno, actually, interesting strategy for him. He's been dropped the smoke with those dualies, so he can smoke those tunnels if he sees anything in a split second. But he's got to worry about mid, and he's actually gone outside to help with that mid peak, and actually not expecting him close boxes. Senzu's there, but now they're both removed. MZNeo will rush through it, though. Bomb dropped in the open. That's why Mongols are fighting, and 910 will remove Electronic. Bomb in that open position, like I said. Blitz is waiting to see if they go lower, still in that top mid position. That might go unchecked. Nice little setup here for Mongols.
Blitz holding for a swing to come through. This timing play from Flit. He's backing up 910. He's one be spotted in towards short. He probably should have confirmed the easy kill because left James a little bit isolated on a bit of an island in this fight here.
Uh-oh.
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 Okay,
we know the
answer. It's hard to cross from facial, some reactions there, but we know Mongols won it. 910 did see off that final kill. I felt like the Julies there did have to just confirm that close kill, and unfortunately went for the one at range untoward short. If he had just got on that CT side, we sometimes see the FAMASs come through. Just have something to work off. I think the scout in this situation feels good because if James gets a couple of tags, it makes pistols actually considerably scarier. So for the first, met with a HE and a real healthy one, but Tello, he gets a lovely second behind it, just caught overextending there. So Senzu and 910 have to just watch from the wings.
Yeah, and it's 3 MP9s to recover this. VP's buy is working out well. What on earth can Techno do? This is where the bomb is. James, of course, only has that scout, but surely the mid player will come in and help out at some point. 31 HP. If he gets one more, it would be a minor miracle, and it's not going to happen. Flit is still here, by the way. He's being an absolute nuisance. MZNeo might get the drop on him, but Flit reacts. Oh, how annoying is that? They probably knew that position for a long, long time. They eventually go and clear it out, and they're like, Flit, mate, you're still there? Bruh.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was timing. You could just see Electronic along, he's just shifting around, clearing everything, and he peeks over and just gets that free kill to see it off. So first gun round, that map number 1, but if you disregard the pistol, disregard the force buys, it is actually a relatively one-sided map. Electronic can't get a second, though.
Yeah, they'll blow open the smoke on the long corner, and that works out quite well for both teams in the end. Mongols to recover the kill, and VP to get the opening once again via Flit. This is the Flit we know can do so much damage in big matches. He's been a little bit quieter for this VP on their downturn in form. Great to see him back. Or Techno's revealed his position. Almost gets a second, but couldn't connect with the second headshot on Fame. So 3v3, Flit still lurking, but a great reaction from Blitz. That's a hard kill to get, and maybe you weren't expecting it. 910 rotating forward, might get caught if they jump up on the box. Does need to be careful. Tough angle, actually, and Fame might do exactly that. He's leaping in, and there we go. 910 removed. Blitz rotating in now with MZNeo, and MZNeo so low from that long fight earlier on. Locked off by the smoke. It's going to be a double B tunnels retake. Bomb not yet planted. But this is now going to be really awkward. They're convinced they're coming out from that position. James has not committed to it yet. And actually, MZNeo, he's wandering out. Should be a freebie for Fame. They go a little bit earlier because neither of the VP players are even showing on the site. No AWP out for 910. I'm just thinking about that round that, obviously, where they retook from B tunnels. Nice tag on Techno, by the way. Classic B player things. I'll get back to my point in a moment. We've got a long fight. MZNeo and Fame. MZNeo will manage to deal with him in the end. Everyone's kind of blinded up and he's looking for more, but now he's out of bullets. And Flit should know that, so he's going to take the opportunity to leap his way into pit as they hear them running back to the site. And again, Mongols have a 4v4. There's a Molotov to clear out 910. They know a few bullets came in from that angle, so 910 will choose to smoke it and move into it. Now, they should know this and honestly should spray him out of the round. There is no flash support for 910 in this position. All that the Mongols have is one incendiary. And yes, 910 gets nothing. And Zinni on the site gets caught by James all the way back from pit. Now it's Senzu. There is some very low HPs on these VP players. This is still very doable. He tries to elevate his position, but even though he flicks back round, Electronic takes him. That was so very doable with the health on VP. But Techno is now on the wrong side of the map and bomb will go down. I think it will. 8 seconds, 7, 6. There we go. All good. 4-2 VP.
Yeah, very close. Very, very close, but not to be. Techno, I was going to say might be able to get an exit here, but I don't think he's going to go near enough. He'll just save over towards spawn car and, well...
Getting the double AWPs out, that's what I want to see.
Yeah, unfortunately, some of these fights have been quite laissez-faire. Flip, mate, what are we looking for? He's just
so blind.
Wandering in towards the sky. But 1 for 1 early. This long control has been excellent from VP. It has to be said. 9-10. Oh, he gets out of there. The repeat is incredibly bold. And he will get his, and he still stays alive for a brief moment. But Electronic, he's had a great couple of rounds. Electronic, he's 10-3 so far. So good. Techno, big call, big flash. 1, looks for 2. He can't deliver. Again, another one which is close. And Senzu thrust into a 1 versus 2. Arguably doable as well. Look at the HP, 11 and 21 respectively for Jame and Fame. But... we're not going towards A. We're going back the long route all the way towards B. And it's just so simple. James could just be there to hold for rotations. If he goes short, he either has to take the long route to not make any noise, or if he jumps off from Xbox, it's heard. If he goes CT, he's dead. And I think if this bomb goes down, I'm calling for a save personally. I'm calling for the VP special.
I know, it's so frustrating. The kit is dropped on long as well. Like, you can just see it there. You're just hoping someone's going to give up their kill toward doors. And actually, Fame jump spots it again for no reason. Jamie should be expecting that position. He doesn't shoot. He does not shoot. And now Jamie realizes he has the opportunity to run. Senzu did not pick up that kit like I mentioned. So he's got a smoke, but he has no idea where Jame is. Knife out. It feels like Jame has this in the palm of his hand. In comes the right-click smoke, but it's a tap, and out comes Jame. Hello and goodbye, perhaps, for Mongols. That was a critical round. VP will streak further clear. Every single close round has not gone their way, whether it's been close via HP or via numbers of players alive. And once again, VP are making them think. Up towards short, Blitz needs to deliver. Hard to get these taps from long range, and it's only a Dinkin Electronic. Has to be Senzu. He's caught in a tough position and deleted by Fame. Oh, Mongols, it looks like they could be going out with a whimper here.
Sadly, they are just getting overran, overwhelmed, and one by one, he just goes from bad to worse. Oh, hang on. I thought Flip would have been super aware of that just because he obviously made noise, but not to be in the Molotov. Oh my god, he picked up the AWP. And he will not survive for much longer with it. AWP recovered.
Feels like, I think it's a strong word to say they're mentally checked out right now, but these sort of buys are so rough. That's a good start. At least they get the H's in toward long. Flip tries to fight for it again and is met with pure utility. That's a great response on toward Techno. But yeah, I also think that maybe playing a second BO3 in a day is not something they're as comfortable with as perhaps VPR, who knows. Senzu goes peeking, it's straight into Fame. 4v4, and man advantage is given up pretty quickly.
Smoke broken open. Techno waits behind, but nothing offered up yet. With VP already now having that guarantee of that lead in the second half, any more rounds they find on this T-side of Dust 2 start to just bang a couple more nails into the coffin of the Mongols in IEM Rio. Just to reiterate, for those who maybe didn't join us earlier, loser of this series is out. 9-10. Got a point to make, though. Shane will cross back over. He's with the AWP. He's trying to peek, but 9-10 will dip away. Of course, he knows his angles too. Being the AWP on the other side, he doesn't want to fight, and Mazzinho does, and he does it effectively.
Electronic is up. Oh, that's an incredible shot on Blitz. And he knows there's a long player too. James has found 9-10. I can't believe it. Or does he know there's a long player? Mzinho got to commit to it. Oh, the bomb's gone down. He didn't deny it. Actually sets up Jame for a clutch now. If that is denied, then this is a completely different complexion of the round for Jame. Now he has an opportunity. Mzinho and Techno, and that's the first on Mzinho. This could be classic Jame coming in here. Techno's burning down to 42. No kit available, of course, as well. And look how far Jame has fallen back to. He's jump spotted him. He's seen him again. More molly damage. Another tap, but Jame is just set up for it. And once again, he delivers everything that could feasibly go right for VP.
And they've sort of put Mongols into a position of expecting it. They burn a lot of U2 early. I mean, the Mongols now, for the rest of this half, have got 2 flashes to work with. Jade for the first, Norbert for the second. To make matters worse, there's no kits in play either. So this bomb goes down, it surely wraps. A smoke to come down, 9-10, gotta go nuclear from CT. Spots one, drops one of Jame, looks for a second, but isn't given that luxury. And the 2 remaining for the Mongols, surely this is curtains in the round, and surely a 9th on the board for Virtus.pro. Flit. He's bobbing and weaving between the angles, that'll cost him his life. So, 2 versus 3, Trav, not impossible.
Again, no kit though, man. They've been forcing in every single round, it feels like here. Mongols have been struggling to find answers. And they're going to play this one pacey too. Maybe a little bit of an overface toward long here, but VP set up really well. 1 flash available. That will get Mzinho to swing. That's 1, but there's the instant trade from Electronic. He is mentally switched on in this best of 3 as Electronic. So many big moments from him. He's always historically been a really amazing Dust 2 player.
This T-side. No, Jame. Oh, Jame. What are you doing? Headshot through the doors. 9-10 for 2. I was just already starting to wrap up this round internally, but we're back on. 3 versus 4 in favor of the Mongols for the first time in a while. They're just flying towards doors and nobody looking short. So Electronic just gets caught. Mzinho spots the feet as well of Fame. This is a bit weird. Looks at the ball, catches Jame, Fame's all that's left, and that's the round. A very weird way to close it. VP do something a little too quick, and that'll cost them. But it's still a 9-3 half. This would require something ridiculous. I mean...
Hi guys. Subscribe to Yourself YouTube. That's a big brain move. So make sure to subscribe and become a better player. Your turn.
Make sure to not miss the upshot and press the mouse 1 button on the subscribe button.
Headshot. Subscribe.
Yikes.
We shall see though, it is a long route. VP on this CT pistol, a nade in toward lower, that sets up Electronic for a little bit of a information play, and if he clears out tunnels, they'll know it's going to be long, and now Jame and Norbert are set up for this. Rotation is going to be coming in. Mongols going to be out long. They have 1 flash on 9-10 and no cross smoke. It's going to have to be a pure brawl, and look at how VP are ready for it. Norbert will just stay hidden until he needs to peek, and in it comes. He's so blind actually himself, but he still finds another kill. And Jame and Fame deliver death. Mongols walk into the mixer.
The pistol put to bed just so easily. 9-10. I mean, they've gone for the force here. They've got, I mean, really nothing to lose, but it feels like nothing to gain with this sort of a buy. I say that. Senji, nice swing.
That was a banger. But they're going to need 4 more. Need to break up in the smoke will, thankfully for the Mongol sake, not show where they're headed. We do have this scout on 9-10. We do now have the M4 picked up on Senzu, of course. That was an aggressive peek with an important weapon. And Fame only has that UMP, so this might have to all be Norbert here. He's going to have to hide behind the site and wait for James to come and help out. There's an important tag. That's the Tech 9 tag down. In comes Norbert. Oh, it's 2.5. It may even be more than that. 9-10 is walking wounded. 9 HP. Mzinho now 52 as well. The cavalry has arrived. Flit is here with the A1S. He knows he's got 1 locked in. Incredible headshot on Mzinho. That's going to cause Fame just to shift back away again. Jamie's actually sticking himself on the side with his pistol and scout. So this 2v2 might have some legs to it, but Fame is going to go looking. 9-10 is rushing back up mid. They still have the ball in their hands, but there goes Mzinho. And now 9-10 needs something ridiculous.
What an adjustment has to be said there from Fame. Timing is excellent because they know they can just leave Jame on the site. Fame does so well there, so damn well. And M4 upgrade is just the present, the cherry on top of what was a really excellently played.
They couldn't get past the VP setup. MP9 and Goose are just too unexpected. The fact it gets 2 just cancels out everything. 9-10 has found Norbert nicely in the following round, but as you say, of course, they have no choice but to force again. And he will recheck lower electronic. There is Jame towards Senzu. And even though 910 has car control, he's about to get double swung from short. Jame will actually miss that one. And there's some very awkward body blocking and whiffed M4 sprays. So they actually will be allowed to get onto the site. But how on earth can they pull off this round from here?
Yeah, the one time where the cohesion actually is a little let down there by VP, but still got the numbers. Like you mentioned, 910 and Mazzinho both tagged up in that one bullet headshot range to an M4. And flicking the guard towards long as well. 910 needs to be careful. They're not exactly going quiet about this, but electronic is just so quick. Techno and Mazzinho, these youngsters have to bail them out of this situation to keep them alive in the series, and it feels hopefully unlikely. A shot from Jame on uncharacteristic one, but second I'm asking not to be. Flit and Fame combine, and that is Virtus.pro booking their spot in towards the playoffs. They take down the Mongols, and my god, do they do it with ease.